Hey guys, how's it going? On Friday, I promised you all we were gonna talk about the Batman spoilers, but instead of going the usual route and breaking down everything scene from scene, giving you the 12-hour lowdown on this, film YouTubers, I thought we should have some fun today. I would embrace my inner teacher who has had about enough and just roll out the TV. We're gonna look at memes today, okay? We're gonna look at memes and we're gonna discuss some of the Batman spoilers. So if you haven't seen the movie yet, come back to this and then we can talk spoilers. Or if you just want it to be spoiled for you, by all means, take a look. We're gonna browse r/Batman together. So put on your hazmat suits. We're going into Reddit and we're gonna have some fun. So let's do this. I'm already slightly terrified about what we're gonna find. Thoughts on Andy Serkis? Okay, I should have prefaced that this is Reddit. There will be memes and there will be some discussion, so we can have a little bit of both. Thoughts on Andy Serkis' portrayal of Alfred Pennyworth? I think he was good. Just like this person says, wish we got more of him. He was good in the small part that we saw. Yeah, Alfred really got sidelined in this one. I mean, geez, he was in a couple of scenes. Bruce was being all moody teenager on him, and then he got blown up. Yeah, then he was on the bench for the whole time. So it's kind of reminding me of, what is that? Ben Affleck Batman, great actor, just didn't get enough of that screen time. It's such a shame. It's probably copyright music, but let's see. It's the Batman theme. Except, obviously, I'm not in an office, but clearly that was me on my way to going home that night. First seeing it, I was like, this soundtrack. Chef's kiss. Matt Reeves writing the ending of the Batman. After all, why shouldn't I put the Joker in this movie? Yeah, I think everyone can kind of agree. Maybe not everyone. I wasn't expecting that. I feel like as a society, we should be all Jokered out by now. I mean, seriously, Heath Ledger, a goat. Then came Jared Leto, just tanked it. And then Joaquin Phoenix with the Joker, and he did a pretty good job, an Oscar nomination worthy job. So to have the guy from Eternals, that guy, as the Joker in this scene, just, oh man, it was just it was kind of like, please no more, we don't need this. And it felt like they were gonna set up a sequel for this, where it would be like the Riddler and the Joker team up, which I'm like, please, again, no more Joker. But I think I read that Matt Reeves doesn't know what he's gonna do. He doesn't really know if the Joker is gonna be in the sequel or anything like that. He was just like, oh, I just want to establish it as a character who exists in this DC universe. And I was like, that's great, but it really wasn't necessary. I don't want him to be a main villain. Yeah, definitely. Court of Owls. People keep talking about Court of Owls. Oh my goodness, I need to brush up on my DC. To be honest though, I think we are overdue for some legendary Batman characters, or villains rather. Like, thinking about No Way Home, they were like, Spider-Man has such a cool pool of villains that it's like, why not, utilize all of them or most of the good ones? So I'm like, I think we're overdue for Mr. Freeze, Poison Ivy, Calendar Man. I was talking to my brother, I called him Ketchup and Mustard Man, Condiment Man. I mean, come on, there's all sorts of villains that we can explore, and I think it just, having a Joker over and over again gets a little played out. So let's see some originality in that sequel, which I'm pretty sure their sequel is definitely on, and I'm excited. I'm not gonna lie, I am excited for a sequel. Wait, I want to show you guys something, because I bought, it's already, the URL is still saved in my, look at this. I had, I was debating not buying this, and I was like, I've never bought a DC pop before. All my pops, and I've got like 30 to probably 40 of them, are majority MCU. So I was like, I don't know if I'm ready to make that commitment yet. But the Battinson, I had to get the one where the mask was off, but you also get the bat suit, because it's like, I'm Batman, but I'm also emo because I've got look at it though, look, I'm so excited. He should be in the mail pretty soon. A little bit of a steep price, but it's a price that I'm willing to pay for the Battinson. Anyway, back to memes. How do you feel about the use of something in the way? I'm not a huge Nirvana fan, but it's been stuck in my head for the last 3 or 4 days. Thanks, Matt Reeves. The Riddler will expose this cesspool of a city. Hey guys, thanks for the comments. Average Redditor. Average... Ooh, I think... It's not like I asked you guys for comments or anything, or wear glasses, or spend copious amounts of time on the internet. I mean, no. It's fiction. It's fiction. Stop. Batman's favorite villain is Condiment King, baby. Look at this.
Condiment King.
You're really sticking with this.
I just think it's the greatest idea is a guy who just sprays mustard and ketchup at people, and I just think it's a good idea for a bad guy.
What happens to the people once they get sprayed?
They just get covered in mustard.
Okay. And then they just smell like Heinz.
Yeah, and then
or they just like dip on them,
again.
like they get fries. You just kind of like dip.
Sequel, baby. We're getting Condiment King in the sequel. If the King Robert Pattinson says that his favorite Batman villain is Condiment King, then this has to be canon. We're gonna get the Condiment King. We're gonna start a petition. If the Snyder Bros can restore the Snyderverse, which I haven't done yet, can at least get the Snyder Cut going, then we can get Condiment King and the Batman 2, or at least one of the new spin-off series, or whatever the heck they're trying to do. Please, DC. I saw it on Twitter and decided to put on Reddit as well. Which scene did you think was better? Probably this one. I mean, Dark Knight, still a GOAT. They did good. Paul Dano, he's pretty great as the Riddler. But he looks like someone from one of those 2010 Judd Apatow movies. The glasses too, just in the silly, like boyish face. Good times. Since we're all comparing best now this is it, baby. This is it. We're only comparing the Dark Knight versus amateurs. Everybody knows Val Kilmer has the best bad gloves. Amateurs. Is this real? At 2 years, Battinson has spent nearly twice as much time wearing the cowl than the Dark Knight, and he's just getting started. Really? I thought... Apparently I don't know anything about anything. I thought the Christian Bale one... Bale's Batman spent about oh god, I don't have time to read the comments. I don't understand this complaint of how Pattinson's Bruce Wayne hasn't mastered the ability to split his personality between Bruce and Batman. He simply isn't experienced enough. Spoiler, that's not true. Everybody has an opinion. Well, guess what? Spoiler, I also have an opinion. And TBH, honestly, I think there's this camp where it's like you either do like Pattinson's Bruce Wayne or you don't, because he's supposed to be, billionaire, genius, playboy, Iron Man type person. I don't know, maybe it's the Twihard in me that's loving this, kind of guy who's not got it all figured out. And who cares if it's been 2 years, what if I were to put on the Batman suit, and if you were to put on the Batman suit in 2 years, we wouldn't be the same person. And so that you don't want to tell the same story over and over again. So I think for the people who kind of do complain, I mean, if they don't like it, that's fine. But I personally do like emo Bruce Wayne, who's not, and I don't even know if he's going to get to the point where he ever figures it out. Like, what is that movie where like No Way Home, or like, oh, this is my destiny for this to happen, like, oh, I have to be destined to be a playboy. What if we just let him be the emo vampire that he is, and who puts sunglasses on while he's eating breakfast? My opinions are so very valid. When people argue about who's the better Batman, I just sit back and actually enjoy the movie. I love you so much. Exactly. It's really just about enjoying both. And you will never see me rank these two because I can't between The Dark Knight and the Batman. Probably because I just need to rewatch the Dark Knight. But they just feel so different that they're both very strong. But to me, there's no way to compare the two or to put one over the other unless I put The Dark Knight over the Batman. I just need to make up my mind. Remember what I told you to do. Don't judge Robert Pattinson's acting skills by Twilight. Or do. Some of us still like Twilight, okay? Get this man a therapist. Please. I think, like, legitimately, I think that's why this movie appeals to me so much, is because I can say this like 100 times over. Because we've got moody, sensitive, emo Batman. And if you know anything about me, I usually am a huge villains person. Like, I'll watch Avengers and Thor just for Loki, and I'll watch the sequels of Star Wars just for Kylo Ren. So they usually always make the villains these more 3D complex characters who are kind of emotional and in their feelings and need fixing and need a hug. But this time I can finally root for the hero because he also needs fixing and a hug. This is getting us nowhere. I want to see the true memes for the Batman. No, not you. The real you. Perfection. Here we go, baby. Now I am joining some like-minded people. Just some cool Twilight Batman comparisons. Oh my god. What is he? It's the eyes. Only the eyes. What is the romance? To be honest, when I was watching on the second viewing, I was a little more into the whole romance that they had going on because you get to have that character study. And, you know, since I already knew the mystery, I knew who was the Rata, I knew all that stuff. It allows you to focus more on the characters and the choices that they make and the acting. And I actually like the Catwoman and Batman romance in this. It was really bittersweet. Just like Bella and Edward. It's forbidden love. Yeah, I saw that. He saved Bella from the car. Oops. and he saves the kid from the car. He's such a hero. I don't think I can take any more. Oh my god. He got out of a car in both movies. Oh, my heart is gonna burst out of my chest. Look at that menacing. Soaking wet. I thought vampires were afraid of water. Maybe I'm just making that. Not safe for work, friends. Not safe for work. Crap, I'm not logged in. Don't judge. So that was looking at the Batman memes. We could have spent more time on the Twilight sub. Unfortunately, it wasn't given much else. We'd have to go on Twitter for that, and I'm not prepared. But I did see something cool while I was, doing my daily doom scrolling, and I found out that it says Matt Reeves says HBO Max's The Batman spinoff about Gotham cops is on hold. The show about the Penguin is still on, and another one about Arkham Asylum might happen. And from what it sounds like, it looks like HBO or Warner Brothers wasn't with the idea of focusing on a corrupt cop, and it was going to be about about the worst gang Gotham were the GCPD, and the cop was going to come touch paths with Gordon. And yeah, it sounds like he pitched this in 2020, which as a society, and especially in the United States, I was like, maybe not a good time to talk about corrupt cops, and even placing in Gotham just kind of weird to me. But hey, good news. Batman soars $128 million gazillion bajillion dollars. Second biggest pandemic debut, right behind No Way Home. So It's pretty cool. It's doing really well. DC is doing really well for themselves. To be honest, DC has been doing pretty strong. Like, I would say, to me at least, the Snyder stuff kind of made them fumble, and it felt like they were in a mad dash to kind of correct that, while Marvel is just cranking out, you know, show after show after TV, movie, all this stuff. So now I'm like, after having this Joker, I loved Aquaman, I loved Shazam, I loved, obviously, Suicide Squad, the James Gunn one, and Peacemaker. I finally just watched the finale for that. That was really, really awesome. So DC is being really strong. I think they're only, and I don't even know if you could call this a problem, but would be, the shortcoming is that they only really produce, you know, this one movie or so a year, whereas, you know, again, Marvel is cranking stuff out by the dozens. Like, literally, you cannot get enough Marvel. So it's nice really to have this kind of slow-paced you know, release schedule from DC, and just allowing us to savor each hero and not really have to jump on to the next one in like 2 or 3 months. Which, like, thinking about Marvel, we've got Moon Knight coming out March 30th, and we just had No Way Home, and before that we had a ton of stuff dumped on us in 2021. Not to say I didn't love it, but sometimes it's nice to take things slower paced. So let me know what you all thought about the Batman. We will have spoiler comments down below if you do have anything to say, but if not, we're gonna keep on campaigning for that Condiment Man. So if anyone has Robert Pattinson's phone number, I can help him get in touch with the DC people and the Warner Brothers people that he needs, and we're gonna make this happen. So if you enjoyed this, be sure to give this video a like, and I will see you all in the next video.